Okay, so let's be real here. This is Doom Annihilation, and this is trash. What's going to the trash bin? Basofia! Basura! Hey Spartans, welcome back to another video about Doom Annihilation. So, I just finished watching Doom Annihilation like 5 minutes ago for a second time to be able to express my pure and raw thoughts about the movie in this video. I did a poll on YouTube asking you guys if you wanted to have 2 videos about this movie. My pure raw thoughts without a script and whatever, and a review, like well done review, scripted and stuff like that, when the movie drops on October 1st, that is Tuesday. And so, okay, I need to be completely honest with you, Spartans. Yes, the movie was leaked. Lots of people are watching the movie already. There was a guy posting like clips of the movie on Twitter, so the movie is out there already because I read that movies that go straight to DVD and streaming platforms, like a week before the movie releases, it gets leaked because it's already on Amazon, like on the Amazon streaming website and on Roku and stuff like that. So it was obvious apparently that the movie was going to get leaked. So yes, I did watch the movie on a streaming website, but I bought the Blu-ray because I want to watch that movie with my dad, and my dad doesn't like to watch movies on the PC. And well, I bought the Blu-ray because, well, it's still Doom, so it's there for my Doom collection. But okay, so okay, before I begin this video, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I upload lots of things from Doom, lore from other games, power scaling, and retro gaming as well. So if you like these types of videos, consider subscribing. My goal is to reach 100k subscribers before November. I know we can still do it, we can push through. Leave a like, share this video with everyone, and leave a comment if you already watched the movie. And if you did, leave a comment on what do you think about the movie. Did you like it or not? Thanks for watching and enjoy the video, my Spartans. Let's talk about the movie and let's go straight to the point. Is the movie bad? Yes and no. It's an okay sci-fi film, to be honest, but it's not an okay Doom film. Doom Annihilation is basically Resident Evil 1 with demons, and that's it. Actually, it's the same premise. Basically, you have a group of scientists that do an experiment. Something goes insanely and completely wrong in the facility. A super badass squad is sent to the super ultra top secret facility. The power is offline. They need to get the power back online, because if they do not do that, the door is going to close and they are going to get stuck in the facility, just like in Resident Evil 1. But enough of that. I'm gonna try to not spoil like the main premise and the main plot of the movie, so I'm just gonna talk about some action scenes about the movie and some of the world building they did in the beginning, because I think that's the most important thing to talk about in this movie: the action scenes and the world building. Okay, so first, the action scenes. The action scenes overall, they are actually quite good. You see the squad members shooting against the zombie men, the possessed scientists and the imps. They're shooting at them with all of their power, and you can actually feel that they are pretty much hopeless against the demon horde. There were like 3 or 4 characters that died like that. Pretty much they didn't do anything in the movie. Basically, they were just there to die in the beginning. I thought that Doom Annihilation was going to go the route of, yes, everyone lives, or most of the people lives because woohoo, Mary Sue's and stuff like that, but no. The movie didn't pull any punches in the gore. The movie didn't pull any punches on who they were going to kill first and stuff like that. The demons did kill some of the squad members pretty brutally, to be honest. But yes, one of the things, and this, yes, I'm going to say this, one of the things that made me hate this movie with all of my might, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about, is that they killed Doomguy, the Doomguy, William Joseph Blazkowicz III. They killed him off screen. Here's the picture of how he looks. I'm not okay. That guy is okay. No problem with that guy. But he's not Doomguy. He's not Blazkowicz. That's not our Doomguy. Like, there's a blueprint. There are pictures of how Doomguy looks. Tall guy, white, with blonde hair and stuff like that. Like, what? What the hell is this? This is not our Doomguy. But, I know that what they were doing. Even though William Joseph Leszkowitz III is Doomguy, and yes, I know that this is William Joseph Leszkowitz, it says on the ID, but they are not going to add the third into the ID, so... yeah, this is Doomguy. This is Doomguy from Doom. Like, this is our Doomguy. But the Doomguy from the movie wasn't William Joseph Leszkowitz, a guy that died. The Doomguy from the movie was Captain Hector Savage. Why? Well, first of all, he looks kinda similar to Doomguy, to be honest. Like, here's a picture of him. He looks... honestly, if you compare them side to side, or if you were to say that who's the Doomguy from the movie, Captain Hector Savage is the main guy. It's like, yeah, that's Doomguy for us, okay? There's a scene with this guy that was like, oh man, please, do not kill this dude. This is our Doomguy. He's so badass. Okay, first of all, he was one of the few characters I did like from the movie that were like well developed and were like... had good characterization, had good character. But okay, there's a scene in the movie where he's basically doing a last stand, shooting like possessed scientists that are like pretty much swarming into him. He's shooting some demons with his SMG, he runs out of ammo, he pulls up his super shotgun, punches a possessed scientist, kills him, kills another demon, he like runs out of ammo, he's trying to reload, he gets in the ground, he's fighting demons in the ground, he pulls his pistol, like that scene told me that this dude is basically our Doomguy, but his name is Captain Hector Savage. But yes, that guy was Doomguy for me, and yes, it is a big F you from John Cena that they basically killed Doomguy off screen in Doom Annihilation. Like, I cannot believe that. But okay, another thing that I like about the movie. Pretty much all of the action sequences were honestly pretty good. Amy Manson or Joan Duck had some really astonishing action sequences, like when she grabbed the chainsaw. And yes, I know that I roasted the living hell out of the chainsaw scene in my past videos, but it's actually a pretty good scene, to be honest. Like the whole scene, like the entirety of that scene, of that sequence, it's pretty good, to be honest. But yes, even though the action sequences are really good, it is just mindless action. Like, I'm not even going to lie, I can assure you that 35 to 40% of the movie is just the squad walking into corridors saying, clear, clear, come on, we're clear. Yes, we're clear. Like, 40% of the movie is just that. It's like pure, in quotes, tension because, oh no, what's going to happen here? We do not know what's happening, even though we know that there are demons running around the facility. Another thing that I liked about the movie was that they really tried on paying off respect, I believe, to the original creators of Doom, because first they found, as I said, Doomguy dead, pretty much. Then they found Dr. John Carmack dead again, and besides Carmack's body there was another doctor, and the squad member that was a chick picked up the idea of that doctor, and I really believed she was going to say something like, oh, Dr. John Romero, or oh, Tom Hall, or oh, Tim Willis, or oh, I don't know, Hugo Martin, or oh, Flint Taggart or something like that, because there's a lot of Easter eggs in the movie. Like, Daisy is a goddamn AI. But okay, let's talk about the things they added from the Doom games. They added Doomguy, William Joseph Leszkowitz III, which is dead. They killed him off screen. They added Daisy, which is an AI. They added John Carmack. They added Dr. Betruger. They added the BFG 9000. And they added Phobos, and they added Hell, and they added some demons. Those are the only things that came from the original Doom games. Everything else is just pure fanfiction. And okay, the main problem I had with the movie, and I can talk about this because everyone who likes Doom, everyone that has played Doom is going to pick this up really quick. Like, the main thing about a movie like this is that I like when I do not know who is the villain. I like when I don't know. I like when we have a good villain, and I'm not gonna say that the villain of this movie wasn't good, because to be honest, the guy that played the villain, he did a pretty good job, to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not going to roast the movie because it's popular to roast on Doom Annihilation. I did like the villain of this movie, and you can already guess who was the villain of this movie. It was Dr. Betrugger. It's basically Doom 3 Resident Evil 1 the movie with demons, okay? So yeah, Dr. Betrugger is the villain. I think everyone knows about that. It's completely obvious. But one thing I think the director could have done to make the reveal of the villain better was to not introduce Dr. Betrugger in the very beginning. Because pretty much the movie starts, they are doing experiments with teleportation and stuff like that, and they say it in the very beginning. Dr. Betrugger, we're about to start, and I'm like, oh my god, here's our villain. Because it is obvious that Dr. Betrugger is going to be the villain. So because of that, because they introduced Betrugger in the beginning, you know that someone is going to kill this man in the end, even though if you like him or not. So I think that ruined the movie for me. Well, a lot of things ruined the movie for me, but that was one of the things that did hit the nail in the coffin, to be honest. If they introduced Betrugger, or not introduce him, like say his name until the very end, that would have been way better. Another thing that I didn't like was, as I said in my past videos, roasting Doom Annihilation, is the weapons. The weapons do not seem to be real. They seem to be made out of plastic. And it's not because of the illumination, because of the lighting and stuff like that, or because of the camera angles. Like in every single... Okay, pretty much the only weapon that doesn't look like plastic is the weapon that Winslow is using. It looks more rough, to be honest. But yes, the only weapon that doesn't look made out of plastic is the one from Winslow, this guy over here. But the other weapons, they do not even look real. And that like throws you off of the movie, to be honest. It ruins your immersion, your experience in a sense. Like if you are mindlessly watching the movie, you're not even going to notice, but I was watching this movie with my critical brain turned on, so I did notice it pretty well. Another thing that I didn't like is that it's obvious that when actors are going to enroll into a role that is like a military-esque role, like a squad leader, a captain, or maybe just a soldier, if they do not have military training, they need to undergo into some basic training to be able to act that role. And some of the actors did a good job portraying the role of a soldier, of a marine, of a space marine, of a soldier from the special forces, but sometimes in the movie, in the action sequences, they were doing stuff that didn't make any sense, to be honest. Like, for example, they were doing moves that didn't, I don't know, like, that looked weird. Like, checking corners that weren't supposed to be checked. When they are checking, like, clearing rooms and stuff like that, they seem that, like, they do not know what they are doing, to be honest. And I'm not a soldier. I haven't had training in my entire life, like, never. I do not know, but, like, you notice when someone is doing something that they don't do often, or they have never done, to be honest. And that's what it made me feel like. You can notice it. Like, for example, and you can be like, oh my god, Midnight, you are nitpicking, no, eres un tonto. But no, like, the job of acting, an actor must completely dive into his character. 120% completely dive into the character they're going to act. And that means that if you are playing the character of a soldier, you are going to 120% act like a soldier. Some of the actors here, they portrayed that they didn't know what they were doing. Another thing that I didn't like, and I absolutely hated that, was the BFG 9000. I'm not trying to be like toxic here, to be honest, but this could have been a plasma rifle. And I'm not talking about the design. The design, it's trash. It's not good. I talked about that in my past videos. It doesn't look like a big effing gun. It doesn't. Well, one thing I'm gonna credit the director is that they didn't name the BFG the Bioforce gun like they did in Doom 2005. They named it the big effing gun, and that's okay. But this could have been a plasma rifle. Why am I saying that? Because of how the BFG worked in this movie. It didn't destroy and tear apart demons in a range, in a set range, like in the Doom games. One shot of the BFG in Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 64, Doom 3, Doom 2016, and in Doom Eternal is able to completely annihilate like 20 demons with one shot. And here in Doom Annihilation, it doesn't do that. One shot of the BFG only kills one demon. And also the BFG is only like in the last 20 minutes of the movie. And Amy Manson, or Joan Doug, the protagonist, shoots the BFG like, what, 20 times or stuff like that? They also have BFG grenades. That was new. It was actually pretty cool. I'll give you credit for that. Another thing that I didn't like was pretty much like, what, 65 to 70% of the cast. There's only, to be honest, like 5 characters I liked, and there were 2 that I absolutely 3 that I absolutely loved. The 3 that I absolutely loved was the scientist, the guy, I forgot his name, Captain Hector Savage, which was pretty much Doomguy, and the chaplain. And if you were to ask me which was my favorite character, I would go with the chaplain, because the chaplain also looks like Doomguy. Like, here's a picture of him. He also looks like Doomguy, but out of the whole cast, it's not that he was relatable, but his whole character was really likable. Like, really, really likable. He's a chaplain, ultra religious, and he's a badass too. And everything he says, you can apply it in real life. Like, he drops some huge bombs in terms of life tips, to be honest. And to be honest, I also liked, not that much, but I also liked the character of Amy Manson, of Joan Doug. One of the main subplots of the movie is that everyone in the squad hates the squad leader, who is Amy Manson, Lieutenant Joan Doug, because she did something bad in the past, and now because of punishment, they sent her squad to Phobos. Her whole squad was sent into Phobos because of what she did. And so for that, they absolutely hate Lieutenant Joan Doug. Like, she tries so hard to be the outcast of the group. You can really notice that she doesn't know how to portray that, like, to be the outcast of the whole group. And I don't know, it feels weird, to be honest. Oh, I also liked Winslow. He's pretty much a toxic person in the beginning, but you grow to like him. But everyone else, I'm sorry, but I didn't like your characters that much. They were cringy. There was a chick that she was borderline edgy because reasons. There was the other guy, the guy that says, "I'm your ultra nightmare." This guy over here, he didn't give anything to the movie, to be honest. He was just there to be killed by demons. And there were also like 2 or 3 characters from the squad that were there just to be killed by demons and stuff like that. The character of Nina Bergman, she was also borderline edgy in a sense, so it was cringy to watch. To be honest, I'm not pulling any punches. I'm just stating my raw thoughts, and this video is already 40 minutes long. Oh my god, I'm gonna need to cut that down to like 15 or 16. This is so long. But yes, overall, like I said in the beginning of the video, this is an okay sci-fi film, but it's not an okay Doom film. There's only 2, well, there's only two types of demons throughout the whole movie, which are the imps, which are like only 5 in the movie, and the scientists, the possessed scientists, which are basically zombies, and other 2 types of demons at the end of the movie, which is set in hell, like you saw in the teaser trailer. Okay, another thing I didn't like about the movie, and I'm actually going to do a video about this when the movie drops, is that they try to tell you that hell is basically not hell, or that the demons are not demons from hell, or maybe even demons. They are trying to tell you that they are actually aliens from an ancestral race which inhabited Earth in the past and inhabited our galaxy too. Like, it's not very clear, but everything points in the direction of these creatures being extraterrestrial beings, aliens, not demons. And to be honest, that's idiotic. Like, no, there was only one person in this movie that said, oh, they are demons, oh, they are from hell, and that was the chaplain. And he said that because he's a chaplain, he's a religious person. Obviously, in his eyes, they are going to be demonic beings, and also because, well, they are grotesque and they are monstrous. So yeah, even though they added hell at the end of the movie, it's basically not hell, it's just another dimension or planet or stuff like that. And well, for the people that were thinking that, okay, is Lieutenant John Dock, the protagonist, really Doomgirl? And my answer is that yes, absolutely, she is Doomgirl. Why? Okay, Doomguy from the Doom games, he was sent to Phobos by disrespecting and not obeying a direct order from someone higher in command. Why was Lieutenant Joan Dog sent to Phobos? Because she didn't obey a direct order from someone higher in command. And by punishment, she was sent to Phobos on a 3-year campaign, or on a 3-year tour, or in a 3-year duty to be there to protect the scientists and protect their intellectual property. Doomguy in the original Doom games is an absolute badass, and he completely overpowers the demons even if they are bigger than him. Lieutenant Joan Dock completely overpowers the demons in the movie, and demons are not able to do anything at her, for the exception of a name that got her from behind. Doomguy in the original Doom games gets the BFG 9000 and completely destroys the demons after he gets the BFG 9000. He basically becomes unstoppable. Lieutenant Joan Dock gets the BFG 9000, completely wrecks demons, and becomes unstoppable after she grabs the BFG 9000. Doomguy in the original Doom games goes to hell, kills the demons from hell, and escapes to Earth from a portal that was inside of hell. Lieutenant Joan Dock goes to hell, completely destroys the Dark Lord that was in hell and some of the demons that were there, and goes to Earth from a portal that was in hell. Like, there are lots and lots of coincidences on those things. So yes, is Lieutenant Joan Dock Doomguy? Yes, she is. She's basically Doomguy or Doomgirl. Did she do a good job on the action and in the acting? Yes, I think she did a pretty okay job. She had some scenes where it looked like she didn't know what she was doing, to be honest, but she also had other scenes that were actually pretty cool. But overall, all of that goes to the drain when they killed Doomguy off screen. I cannot still believe that they killed Doomguy off screen. How? There was an article in the past, like 4 months ago or 5 months ago, where the director of the movie said that yes, Doomguy is in the movie. And everyone was like, oh, the squad is going to be inside the UAC facility fighting against some demons, and in the distance, in the background, or sometimes you're going to see a lone marine completely annihilating some demons with his punches and stuff like that. Like a sort of cameo, but no, his cameo was being dead. Also, the demon from the cover art, from the box art, didn't make it into the movie. Why? I don't know. More demons the better, yeah? They also said that there was going to be the Cyber Demon and the Spider Mastermind in the article too. That's actually true, like, I read that. So either one, they didn't make the cut because of budget reasons, or two, they lied to get people into this movie. So I don't know which one is the case, but whatever the case may be, it's still pretty goddamn bad, to be honest. Oh my god. But anyways, overall, I will say that the movie was okay if it wasn't a Doom film. But if you put the Doom name into this movie does some things that completely disrespect the Doom IP. This is an AI? What? Doomguy is dead? Hell is actually an alien race? What? Ruining the basic mechanic of the BFG 9000, which is to kill several demons with one shot, not doing your props correctly. Like, there's lots of things to criticize this movie for, which I'm going to do in another video on next Wednesday, which is going to be highly edited with a script, and I'm gonna talk about the whole movie. I'm gonna piece it down piece by piece, and it's going to be really good. So if you want to watch that video, and if you enjoy this video, consider subscribing, leave a like, leave a comment if you already watched the movie, and I don't know, I'll see you guys on to my next video, which is going to be on next Monday. Have a great weekend. I love you guys to death. Mwah.